My name is Maya. I am 22 years old. This is the story of how I almost lost everything and how a stranger saved me. I live in a small village. The village is in the mountains, far from the city, far from noise. The village has 300 people. Everyone knows everyone. My father owns a farm. We grow rice. We have chickens. We have 2 cows. The farm is small, but it is ours. I am the only child. My mother died when I was 10 years old. Since then, it has been just my father and me. We work together every day. We wake up at 5 a.m., we feed the animals, we work in the fields, we cook together, we eat together. My father is a good man, but he is also quiet. He does not talk much about feelings. He does not smile often. Life is simple, but life is also hard, very hard. Then one day everything changed, and I learned that sometimes the people who love us make terrible choices. It started 3 months ago. My father came home looking worried. His face was gray. His hands shook. I asked him what was wrong. He said nothing, but I knew something was wrong. The next week, men came to our farm. They wore suits. They carried papers. They talked to my father in serious voices. I stood near the door. I listened. The men said my father owed money. A lot of money. They said he borrowed it 2 years ago. They said he had to pay it back, now. My father's voice was quiet. He said he could not pay. He said the crops were bad this year. He said he needed more time. The men did not care. They said if he did not pay in 1 month, they would take the farm. They would take the house. They would take everything. After they left, my father sat at the table. He put his head in his hands. He did not speak. I sat next to him. "Father, what will we do?" I asked. He looked at me. His eyes were full of pain. "I don't know, Maya. I don't know." That night I could not sleep. I thought about losing the farm, losing our home. Where would we go? What would we do? 2 weeks passed. My father became more and more quiet. He stopped eating. He worked in the fields all day, but his face looked empty. Then one evening he told me to sit down. He said he had something important to say. My stomach felt tight. I knew this would be bad. He took a deep breath. "Maya," he said, "I found a way to save the farm." I felt hope. "Really? How?" He did not look at me. He looked at the table. "A man came to see me today. His name is Mr. Chen. He is very rich. He owns land. He owns businesses." I waited. "Mr. Chen made me an offer," my father said slowly. "He will pay all my debt. He will save the farm." "That's wonderful," I said. "But why would he do that?" My father's face became hard. "Because he wants something in return." "What?" I asked. My father looked at me finally. His eyes were full of shame. "He wants you, Maya. He wants to marry you." I felt like the floor disappeared. "What?" "Mr. Chen is 45 years old," my father said. "He has no wife, no children. He saw you at the market last month. He thinks you are beautiful. He wants to marry you." I could not speak. I could not breathe. "If you marry him," my father continued, "he will pay everything. The farm will be saved. We will be safe." "No," I whispered. "Father, no. I don't even know him." "I know," my father said. His voice broke. "But Maya, we have no other choice. If we don't do this, we will lose everything." I stood up. Tears ran down my face. "So you are selling me? Like a cow? Like rice?" My father looked down. He did not answer. I ran to my room. I locked the door. I cried all night. The next day, my father told me Mr. Chen was coming to visit. To meet me. I did not want to meet him. But my father begged. "Please, Maya, just meet him. Just talk to him, then decide." I agreed. Not because I wanted to, but because I saw the fear in my father's eyes. Mr. Chen arrived in the afternoon. He came in a big black car. The car was shiny and expensive. He stepped out. He was tall. He wore a gray suit. His hair was black with some gray. His face was serious. He looked old, not like a grandfather, but old enough to be my father. I felt sick. Mr. Chen walked to our door. My father welcomed him. They shook hands. They smiled like old friends. But I saw the truth. My father was afraid, and Mr. Chen knew it. We sat at the table. My father served tea. Mr. Chen looked at me. "Hello, Maya," he said. His voice was deep, calm. "Hello," I said quietly. "Your father has told me about you," Mr. Chen said. "He says you work very hard. He says you are smart and kind." I said nothing. "I know this is unusual," Mr. Chen continued. "I know this is difficult for you, but I am a good man. I will take care of you. You will have a comfortable life, a safe life." "I don't want a comfortable life," I said. My voice was stronger now. "I want to choose my own life." Mr. Chen nodded slowly. "I understand. But sometimes life does not give us choices. Sometimes we must do what is necessary." I looked at my father. He would not meet my eyes. "I need time to think," I said. "Of course," Mr. Chen said. "Take 1 week, then give me your answer." He stood up. He shook my father's hand again. Then he left. After he was gone, I looked at my father. "How could you do this?" I asked. "Maya," he said, "I am trying to save us." "By selling me?" He had no answer. For 1 week I could not eat. I could not sleep. I walked through the fields alone. I thought about my choices. Choice 1, say no, refuse to marry Mr. Chen. Then my father and I would lose the farm. We would be homeless. We would have nothing. Choice 2, say yes. Marry a man I did not know, a man I did not love. Save the farm, save my father, but lose my freedom. Both choices felt like losing. I thought about my mother. What would she say? Would she want me to sacrifice myself? I thought about my future. If I married Mr. Chen, what kind of life would I have? Would he be kind? Would he be cruel? I did not know, and that was the scariest part. On the 7th day, I made my decision. I walked to my father. He sat on the porch. He looked old, tired, broken. "Father," I said, "I will do it. I will marry Mr. Chen." My father's face changed. Relief, guilt, sadness, all at once. "Maya," he whispered, "I am so sorry." "I know," I said, "but I am doing this for you, because you are my father, and I love you." He cried. For the first time since my mother died, my father cried. The wedding happened fast, too fast. Mr. Chen arranged everything. He paid for the ceremony. He paid for the dress. He paid for the food. Everything was expensive. Everything was beautiful. But I felt nothing. On the wedding day, I wore a white dress. It was the most beautiful dress I ever saw, but it felt like a costume. I looked in the mirror. I did not recognize the girl looking back. The ceremony was small. Just my father, Mr. Chen's business partners, a few people from the village. No friends, no celebration, just a transaction. Mr. Chen stood at the altar. He wore a black suit. He looked calm, confident. I walked toward him. Each step felt heavy, like walking through water. My father walked beside me. His hand shook on my arm. When we reached Mr. Chen, my father let go. He stepped back. I stood alone. The officiant spoke. I heard the words, but they felt far away, like they were happening to someone else. "Do you, Maya, take this man to be your husband?" I looked at Mr. Chen. He looked back at me. His eyes were unreadable. I opened my mouth. I do, I whispered. And do you, Chen Wei, take this woman to be your wife? I do, he said. His voice was strong, clear. You may kiss the bride. Mr. Chen leaned forward. He kissed my cheek, gently, respectfully, not like a husband, like a stranger being polite. People clapped, but the sound felt empty. It was done. I was married, to a man I did not know, to save a farm. That evening, Mr. Chen took me to his house. It was not in the village. It was in the city, 2 hours away. The house was huge, 3 floors, 10 rooms, marble floors, expensive furniture. It looked like a palace, but it felt like a prison. Mr. Chen showed me to my room. This is yours, he said. You can decorate it however you like. I looked around. The room was bigger than my entire house in the village. Where is your room? I asked. He pointed down the hall. There. We will have separate rooms. I will not force anything on you, Maya. I know this marriage is difficult for you. I did not know what to say. Get some rest, he said. Tomorrow I will show you the rest of the house. Then he left. He closed the door gently. I sat on the bed. It was soft. Too soft. I looked out the window. I could not see the mountains. I could not see the farm. I felt so alone. I cried myself to sleep. The next morning, I woke up to sunlight. For a moment, I forgot where I was. Then I remembered. I was in Mr. Chen's house. I was his wife. I got dressed. I went downstairs. The house was quiet. A woman was in the kitchen. She was older, maybe 50. She wore a simple dress. Good morning, she said. I am Mrs. Lin. I work for Mr. Chen. I cook and clean. Good morning, I said. Mr. Chen left early for work, Mrs. Lin said. But he left you this. She handed me a note. I opened it. Maya, please make yourself at home. Eat whatever you like. If you need anything, ask Mrs. Lin. I will return this evening. Chen Wei. The note was polite, formal, like a hotel manager writing to a guest, not like a husband writing to his wife. I ate breakfast alone. Mrs. Lin tried to make conversation, but I did not feel like talking. After breakfast, I explored the house. So many rooms, so much space, but no warmth, no photos, no personal items, no life. It was a house, not a home. In the afternoon, I found a library, shelves full of books, hundreds of them. I pulled one down, a novel about a woman who traveled the world. I sat in a chair. I read for hours. Reading made me forget, for a little while. When the sun started to set, I heard the front door open. Mr. Chen was home. Mr. Chen found me in the library. He stood in the doorway. You like to read? He asked. I nodded. Good, he said. You can read any book you want. They are yours now, too. He sat in the chair across from me, not too close, respectful distance. Maya, he said, I know you are unhappy. I know you did not choose this, but I want you to know something. I looked at him. I did not do this to hurt you, he said. I did this because I am lonely. I have worked my whole life. I built businesses, I made money, but I have no one to share it with. His voice was quiet, honest. My parents want me to marry, he continued. They say I need a family. They say I need a wife, but I never found the right person. So you bought one? I said. My voice was sharp. He looked down. Yes, I know how it sounds. I know it is wrong. But when I saw you at the market, I thought, maybe this could work. You don't even know me, I said. No, he agreed. But I would like to. If you let me. I did not answer. I am not asking you to love me, Maya, he said. I am only asking you to give this a chance. Live here, be comfortable, eat good food, read books, paint if you like. Do whatever makes you happy." "And in return?" I asked. "In return, you stay. You let me take care of you, and maybe over time we become friends." Friends, not lovers, not husband and wife, just friends. It was the most honest thing anyone had said to me in weeks. "Okay," I said slowly. "I will try." He smiled, a small, genuine smile. "Thank you." Weeks passed, then months. Life with Mr. Chen was strange, but not terrible. He worked long hours. He left early. He came home late. But when he was home, he was kind. He asked about my day. He listened when I talked. He never demanded anything. He bought me art supplies, paints, canvas, brushes. "You said you like to paint," he explained. "So paint." I started painting again. I painted the mountains, the farm, my mother's face. Painting made me feel alive again. Mr. Chen looked at my paintings with genuine interest. "You are very talented," he said. I felt something warm inside, pride, appreciation. He also gave me freedom. "Go wherever you want," he said. "Visit your father. Visit friends. You are not a prisoner here." So I visited my father often. The farm was safe now. The debt was paid. My father looked healthier, less stressed, but he also looked guilty every time he saw me. "Maya," he said one day, "are you happy?" I thought about his question. Was I happy? No, not really. But was I miserable? Also no. "I am okay," I said. "Mr. Chen is kind. He treats me well." My father looked relieved. "Good, that is good." But I could tell he still felt guilty. One evening, Mr. Chen came home early. He looked excited. "Maya, come with me," he said. "I want to show you something." He led me to the garage. Inside was a car, a small blue car. "This is for you," he said. I stared. "What?" "I bought you a car, so you can go wherever you want. You do not have to ask me. You do not have to wait for a driver. You are free." Tears filled my eyes. Not sad tears, surprised tears. "Why are you doing this?" I asked. Mr. Chen looked at me carefully. "Because I see you, Maya. I see that you feel trapped. I do not want you to feel that way. I want you to have choices." That night, something shifted inside me. Mr. Chen was not a bad man. He was just lonely, like me. He did not force me to love him. He did not demand my affection. He just wanted company, someone to share his big, empty house with. And slowly, I realized I wanted the same thing. 6 months after the wedding, I asked Mr. Chen a question. We were having dinner, just the two of us. "Chen Wei," I said. He looked up, surprised. I usually called him Mr. Chen. "Why did you really choose me?" I asked. "There are many women, beautiful women, educated women, women who would marry you willingly. Why me, a poor farmer's daughter?" He put down his fork. He was quiet for a long time. Then he spoke. "Because you reminded me of someone," he said softly. "Who?" "My mother." I waited. "My mother was also a farmer's daughter," he said. "She married my father in an arranged marriage. She did not love him at first, but over time they built something real, something strong." He looked at his hands. "My mother worked very hard. She raised me alone most of the time because my father traveled for business. She was strong, independent. She never complained." "When I saw you at the market," he continued, "you were carrying heavy bags of rice, but you did not ask for help. You just did it yourself. You looked capable, like my mother." Tears filled his eyes. "My mother died 3 years ago," he said, "and I have been lonely ever since. I thought, maybe if I married someone like her, I would feel less alone." My heart broke for him. This man who seemed so strong, so rich, so powerful. He was just a lonely son missing his mother. "I am sorry for your loss," I said quietly. "I am sorry for yours too," he said. "I know I took your freedom. I know this was not fair to you." We sat in silence. Then I said something I did not plan to say. "Chen Wei, I think we can make this work. Not as a business arrangement, but as real partners, real friends, maybe more." He looked at me with hope in his eyes. "Do you mean that?" "Yes," I said. And I realized I did mean it. This man had been patient, kind, respectful. He gave me space when I needed it. He supported my dreams. Maybe love could grow from that. After that conversation, things changed between us. We talked more. Real conversations about our pasts, our fears, our dreams. Chen Wei told me about his childhood, growing up poor, working hard, building his business from nothing. I told him about my mother, how she died, how my father struggled, how lonely I had been. We understood each other's pain. One evening, Chen Wei asked, "Would you like to go back to school? You said you never finished." I looked at him, surprised. "School?" "Yes, university. You are smart, Maya. You should have an education." "But I am too old," I said. "You are 22, he said. "That is not old." The idea excited me. I had always wanted to study, but my father could not afford it. "What would I study?" I asked. "Whatever you want," Chen Wei said. "Art, business, literature, anything." That night I applied to the university in the city. 2 months later I was accepted. I studied art and design. I loved it. Chen Wei was proud of me. He came to my exhibitions. He bought my paintings. But more importantly, he believed in me. For the first time in my life, I felt like I had choices. I felt like I could be anything I wanted. 1 year after our wedding, something happened. Chen Wei came home looking tired. He sat heavily in his chair. "Long day?" I asked. "Very long," he said. "I lost a big contract. It was difficult." I sat next to him. I put my hand on his shoulder. "I am sorry," I said. He looked at me, really looked at me. "Maya," he said, "when did this happen?" "What?" "When did you start caring about me?" I thought about his question. When did I start caring? Was it when he bought me art supplies, when he gave me the car, when he supported my education, or was it all those small moments? The gentle conversations, the respectful distance, the patient waiting. "I don't know," I said honestly. "It happened slowly, like sunrise. You don't see it happening, but suddenly the sky is bright." Chen Wei smiled. A real smile, the kind that reaches the eyes. "I love you, Maya," he said. "I know I have no right to say it. I know I bought you like a transaction. But it is true. I love you." My heart beat fast. Did I love him? I thought about my life now. I thought about how safe I felt with him, how supported, how seen. I thought about how I looked forward to his return every evening, how I missed him when he was gone. "I think," I said slowly, "I think I love you too." Chen Wei's eyes filled with tears. He pulled me into his arms. We held each other for a long time. It was the first time we embraced, really embraced, and it felt right. 2 years after our wedding, I went to visit my father. He was older now. His hair was completely gray, but he looked peaceful. The farm was doing well. He had hired help. He did not work as hard. We sat on the porch, like we used to. "Father," I said, "I need to tell you something." He looked worried. "What?" "I forgive you." His face crumpled. Tears ran down his cheeks. "Maya, I am so sorry," he said. "I sold you. I traded you for money. I am a terrible father." "No," I said. You were a desperate father. You did what you thought you had to do to survive. But it was wrong, he said. Yes, I agreed. It was wrong. But Chen Wei is a good man. And somehow from that wrong choice, something good grew. My father looked at me carefully. Are you happy, Maya? Truly happy? I smiled. Yes, father. I am happy. I am in school. I am painting. I have a husband who respects me, who supports me, who loves me. And do you love him? My father asked. Yes, I said. I do. My father cried. But this time they were tears of relief. Thank you for forgiving me, he whispered. Thank you for doing your best, I said. We held each other, father and daughter, healed. 5 years have passed since that wedding day. I am 27 now. Chen Wei is 50. We live in a same big house, but now it feels like home. The walls have my paintings, photos of us together, life. I graduated from university 2 years ago. Now I have my own art gallery in the city. I sell my paintings. I teach art classes to children. Chen Wei is so proud. He tells everyone, my wife is an artist. We are happy, really happy. Not because our marriage started with love, but because we chose to build love. Every day we choose each other. We choose kindness. We choose respect. That is what makes a marriage work. Not how it starts, but how you build it. My father visits often. He and Chen Wei are friends now. They talk about farming and business. Sometimes I look at my life and cannot believe it. I almost lost everything. My freedom, my dreams, myself. But instead, I found something I never expected. A partner, a friend, a love that grew slowly, carefully, honestly. Chen Wei did not buy my love. He earned it. And I learned that sometimes the worst beginnings can lead to the most beautiful endings. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it touched your heart and reminded you that life can surprise us in unexpected ways. Sometimes the choices that seem terrible at first can lead to something beautiful if we are patient, kind, and willing to grow. If you enjoyed learning English through this emotional journey, please like this video and share it with your friends who are also learning English. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories that help you improve your listening and understanding skills naturally. Your support means everything to us and helps us create more meaningful content for learners like you. Remember, love is not always about how something begins, but about how we choose to build it every single day. Thank you for being here with us. See you in the next story.